May I now invite Mr. Santhosh Subramanian to make a presentation on the pothole problem in the city.
Hi, I'm Santhosh and I run a toy library called Bambaram. It's an online children's toy library. That's what I do for a living and for my passion. And apart from that, I manage a couple of communities in Facebook. How many of you have been to off the track or off the road in ECR? The ATV, the vehicle which you can actually go? Yeah, great. So the last week, in fact, I had been there, and one of my friends actually took me to that place, and we had a good time at the end of it. So he ended up asking me, so how did you enjoy it? So my very obvious answer was, this is what I do for living almost all day. So this is how the roads are in Tambaram. So I don't find any difference, but still I had a good time with you. So that's what I said. So the problems which I'm trying to address it here is potholes. So it's omnipresent. So it's almost there everywhere in Chennai. There is you can't just miss it out. Yeah. So what are the consequences of having the potholes? You have more traffic congestion. You have accidents. You have frustration, which probably falls on your wife or your husband, and then you have more bumpy rides and more work for government departments because they have to repair the roads on a daily basis or on a fortnightly basis, whichever it suits them. And you have increased expenditure, which again falls back to you as increased tax. So obviously, if someone is going to charge you, the government is going to charge you, you will probably try to overthrow the government and then find another party in power. Yep. Next. So how to fix this? Next. You have lots of ways to do it. A lot of people have actually experimented with lots of ways to solve the problem. I am a big fan of advertising. I have done my MBA from IIT Kharagpur. So I'm a big fan of advertising, especially the outdoor advertisement. So one of the options in outdoor advertisement is street art marketing or street art advertising. So what they primarily do, which is actually kind of banned in Chennai, it's not happening in Chennai at all, is they use the street furniture, roadside properties which are already there, and they advertise out of it. The brands use that space to advertise. So you see there, that's actually a manhole which they have converted into a watch. So the dial is actually a manhole and they have painted it to be a watch. So you have a lot more creative options in it. So I thought street art marketing provides a very good solution to solve the pothole problem. Yeah, next. So this initiative could tentatively be called Adopt a Street. You can change it to probably even anything else which you want. So as long as it's going to be picked up. So what we do is we ask the local brands or even an international or national brand like a mobile phone retailer or Vodafone, Airtel, whatever you want to call. So those brands can adopt a street or an area and make sure that there are no potholes in it. Next. So how you do that? You identify pothole friendly streets. So there are pothole friendly streets, as you would be knowing. I don't find a single pothole probably in anywhere around Poiskan. So that's not pothole friendly streets. So probably around Tambaram, if you're going to go, then yeah, you have lots of streets which have potholes. That's pothole friendly streets. And identify brands who are willing to do cost related marketing. So this comes under cost related marketing. Connect them and ask them to fill the potholes and ask them to paint it or etch their brand on the pothole itself. So that's about it. So you can actually do a lot more creative way. This is the minimal thing which you can actually do. Just put a logo. Next. Results obviously will be less traffic congestion, less accidents, less frustration, happy rides. Less work for government department. You have more colorful roads, which is, I really find the roads to be very boring right from my childhood days. So this could be an option for you to make it much more colorful. And yeah, less tax, at least from this perspective. Next. Okay, so having said this, is it feasible to do? Yes, it is feasible to do. So that's again, there was actually a pothole and they have made a phase around it, and they have not filled a pothole, by the way. Yeah, next. So in 2009, KFC did a campaign called Potholes Refresh Program in Louisville. So this is a very famous campaign. They almost filled 350 potholes, and I think at a very minimal cost of $3,000. They were able to do it, and they branded, they wrote to the mayors of the city and they said, I'll take care of the potholes and just allow me to brand it, that's it. So that's actually KFC, and that's Sanders actually. That's the guy who invented KFC. Next. So the other initiative which is even now there, that's a one-off campaign which KFC did, but this is an ongoing initiative. So you have something called Adopt a Highway Maintenance Corporation. So this guy, so they find brands which are interested in community. So they bring along brands everywhere and they say that this street needs to be sponsored or adopted. So they make sure that they get the branding like that. So it's a co-branded initiative. So you have Adopt a Highway. Fletcher Jones is again, Motor Cars is a brand which has sponsored. And so this complete highway is taken care by them and they pay for it. So there's an organization which exists, the Adopt a Highway Maintenance Corporation exists, and they take care of litters, potholes, whatever it is. Whatever is, it's their problem now. Next. Okay, so enough of examples from the West. So let's see if there are any examples in India, in fact in Chennai. 4.5 years back, a couple of people in fact started this called as iFix, which is very much Indian, and even a couple of my friends started this. One is Vijayanand, he's a startup enthusiast. The other one is architect Mahesh. So a couple of, I think 6-7 guys started this. So they actually went there, and they had a portal where people can just log in saying that I have a pothole here, can you please fix it? They had so many inquiries, so many requests which started coming. They in fact had to stop the whole program, and I don't know, afterwards they were not able to carry it further because it was completely run on donation and charity. Next. So this is a way to, I've listed like 3 initiatives, right? Adopt a Highway, KFC program, and iFix. So putting everything together is what is Adopt a Street. So what are the challenges is, yeah, definitely government and the corporation support should be there. They should be open to advertising on roads in a minimal way. Execution challenges definitely would be there. So execution challenges, for example, whatever I can perceive is, what if the whole road is going to get advertised? So instead of, even if they had filled one pothole, if the whole road is going to get advertised, then they are not, probably corporation is actually losing out on the marketing space or the ad space. So you need to fix a parameter saying that 10% of the road area or whatever is acceptable for them can be used for advertising. And it could also be the case like some roads are very prime, like Nungambakkam. Nungambakkam doesn't have much of potholes. If there are streets around it, they are more pricey compared to the other roads. So that's one thing. So you need to have some kind of an auction method to do it. Then there is a community support which is needed. Community support in the sense you have CSR, you have CSR wings in lots of corporates. Brands, they need to come forward and do it. They just shouldn't look at a completely capitalist perspective. Should also probably adopt few more streets when they are getting an auction for one road. Yeah, scalability will be an issue. Scalability is how this would be, whether it would be like a marketplace or whether it would be an organization. That's not something which I have put forward, but put forth concretely, but it is very much possible to do.